did not stream when I said I would, and I did not stream for over a week, I think. And my excuse is that it's kind of hard to coordinate when there's 8 of you and you're all bad at coordinating. Okay, hold on, there we go. So, a few disclaimers. Probably going to be a lot of sounds of my tablet disconnecting and connecting again. I'm not sure why that keeps happening. I think it might be the wire, but I don't have any other USBs that fit the tablet, so I can't really check. Also, in the winter, we're probably not going to be streaming much or regularly because we're probably going to be having power outages again. Okay. I guess I just gotta start. Yeah, these are my references. This is an edit I did, so it's not exactly... You can't exactly recreate this with this picture. But you know, if you want to do, you know, it's an edit. Editing pictures is fun. Just don't forget to give credit to the original creator, because just because you edit it doesn't make it yours. I am so sleepy and it is so hot outside, and we had to turn on the AC. I hate the AC, it makes my nose stuffy, so I might get a stuffy nose like halfway through this. I'm not looking forward to that. But you know what you gotta do, otherwise I'm just going to fucking die, I think. So this is my OC. His name is Ray Blaze. He transforms into a rifle. He's a neutral. Here's Voss for reference, because I'm pretty sure he's like the only other rifle former, aka transformer with 2 out forms, one of which is a rifle. Some continuities have Megatron that transforms into pew pews, but I think some other bots, but like I'm pretty sure that those are all triple formers or like quadruple formers. Okay, well, they have more than 2 modes is what I'm saying, so a rifle is not their, you know, only form. Oh my god, it's really hard to be trying to like sort of, because this is exactly what I want, so like I'm sort of doing design work still, and also I'm trying to talk at the same time, and I'm kind of out of it because it's hot and because of the goddamn AC, and I am bad at drawing robots. Like, you see robots, not robots. Like, are you seeing this shit? No, go away. This is a human, because my natural instinct is to make it a human. It's just, it doesn't come naturally to me to make like sort of those sorts of shapes. Okay, it's a box. It's much, except Voss isn't, but he's a Decepticon. But also, I feel like this might be very important, because as a rifle, you're going to have a lot of teeny tiny pieces, and this is a small guy, so every piece sort of counts. But I'm just trying to figure out the silhouette right now. I think I want like these sort of disproportionately big shoulders, and I think I maybe want his arms to be like this, sort of. Not sure if I like that, but that's because I am very, like, my brain is geared towards trying to make it look like a person. So realistically, like, trying to make it look like it's a biological organism that could exist, and you a biological organism that goes like this, you know, with a torso that goes like this, because it's just not ergonomic. You will need like two joints here, and that's just not how it goes. Because I am still a fucking biology nerd in my heart and brain and whatever. And it's hard to be a biology nerd and also a Transformers nerd. Because I will be one of those motherfuckers that go, why is it so human looking? And then all of my designs are fucking human looking because I am a little bitch who can step out of his comfort zone. So yeah, this isn't a tutorial. If you're watching this, you're here to watch me suffer. Currently nobody is, but you know, somebody might be in the future. I honestly find it helpful to watch people drawing to like learn how the fuck it's done, but also it doesn't save you. You know, it makes it easier, but when it's so hard, easier is barely any difference. What am I doing? I don't know. I'm just going to mindlessly do some shit and then erase some shit and then do some shit again for like an hour. No, I shouldn't. I actually should. I genuinely should not try and do the silhouette first and then fit the details in, because that's not the point. It's not a human wearing a costume. It's a robot. It's fine if it's disproportionate. It's fine if it's disproportionate, you fucking perfectionist. Okay, sorry, I'm just going to be arguing with myself a lot throughout this entire process. I maybe should get some copyright-free music, but I'm not sure if I trust people who make copyright-free playlists, and I can't exactly take time on stream to just compile a playlist. Yes, so I should, because there's no soundtrack or anything besides my fucking voice, so let me just write. If you only could see the angle that my keyboard is at. Okay, and make it quieter. No, do I have, I'm pretty sure I have input on high, so yeah. Well, like, okay, no, I need to max out my sound and then, okay. Alright, should I just like add a link to the playlist? Yeah, sure. No, mute. Okay. I am so sorry. I am incompetent. Notification. No, okay. Where? Okay, edit. Let's go live. Okay, so I can't exactly. Okay, I'm just going to send in chats. Okay. There we go. Alright. Should I close Twitch? It's probably going to lag. Whatever. I have Twitch opened on a different thing. Okay, yep. And then okay. Yep. Boop, boop. Okay, lovely. Now I can go back to my suffering. There's only so long I can delay it for. I'm thinking maybe like, yeah, I should probably add some details because to the mid section, because there's not a lot of space on his body to be transforming into a rifle that is the size of his body, I don't think. So we're probably going to want some like segmentation here. I don't know what any of these details will be doing. Just FYI, I'm just bullshitting my way through. Okay, I need to stop focusing on the back section and actually get to the part I'm dreading, which is figuring this shit out. Like, what do I even do here? How do you do transformer legs? How do you do transformer thighs? Do I do a cut piece? Of course I do a cut piece. They all have a cut piece. Okay. They all sort of... The thing is, their cut pieces are actually very surprisingly diverse. I know that because I look at a lot of transformers. And I look at their crotches because I'm like, what the fuck do I do with the crotch? They're actually very, like, how do I explain it? There's a lot of shapes, a lot of different shapes. The most basic, what is with my accent today? The most basic one is this, which is at an angle. It's like, it goes like this if you look at it from the side. But there's also this long one. There are also ones that are like spiky on both ends, sometimes on one end, sometimes just on top, sometimes just on the bottom. It's like, it's weird. It's weird that I have to think about my OC's crotch. It's probably not going to be spiky. He's not a very spiky guy, is the thing. I want him to be like mostly boxy but not spiky, so he's angular but not sharp, if that makes any sense. I should probably also figure out the palette because this is not the exact one I want either. No, I want it to be yellow, orange, and purple, but like probably not those exact yellows, oranges, and purples. That's a very warm purple, so I'm not sure if it's like, if I call it a purple or a violet or a magenta. Yeah, I'm not sure what to call that. That's kind of spiky, but maybe it could move to be like something that's kind of spiky. Oh lord, am I gonna have to design his gun form? I am yet to design a single alt form for one of my transformers, because I have drawn transformers in the past. I have some OCs, and I've drawn like 7 designs if you're feeling generous with what you define as a design. But also I need to specify I've done like 7 designs over the course of my entire life, ever since I was a 7-year-old who loved Transformers and cars and all that shit. And also Barbie and also Monster High. But that's relevant because I would try to combine all of those into one, and it wasn't easy to achieve. Okay, that's something. There's detail. We have achieved detail. Okay, I think I want this to be like a big shape on him. Also, I'm not going to detail this side much because I'm going to this is the sketch. I'm then going to do the line art and then like copy and paste and flip the line art, because I am not drawing line art for this shit twice. I know myself, I know my shoulder. It's going to give up like, count it. It's the first disconnect. Take a shot every time my tablet decides to disconnect and reconnect. Yeah, I know my shoulder. I know it's going to give out like 2 hours into the stream if I'm lucky, and I keep remembering to shrimp check myself which, by the way, shrimp check, everybody. Shrimp check, because some people are probably like, I don't know, maybe someone will put this in the background, like the VOD of this in the background on to draw too, so, you know, shrimp check. I know you fuckers, I'm one of you. Okay. The other problem place is the neck for me. Like, what do I do with the neck? Voss seems to have like this almost shirt-like shape. Like, he has his... Let me zoom in to show you. Ah! What have I done? Okay. So, he has his neck, and then he almost has an undershirt, and you can see his neck, his quote-unquote neck here, and then sort of like a shirt, and then the armor. Like, obviously they're not actually clothes, and the armor is part of his body, but you see what I mean, like, design-wise? Like, that's 3 layers. That's a lot of layers, but also, I think that's important for this design as well, because, again, it's a rifle. And this is my one point of reference for what a rifle looks like, so we're doing that, I think. Also, I probably need to move him higher and make him smaller. Okay, I need to have some... Excuse me. Okay, also important note, Seiko and his feet. They're very atypical, even though there isn't really... Well, there is a typical foot shape for Transformers, and this isn't it. It's very elongated, and it looks like there's some pneumatics going on. So I think I will want to sort of replicate that as best as I can. It would be easier to do if I was doing him in 3/4, because that would show more of the foot and give you more of an idea of the shape of it. But no, I'm not sacrificing my ability to copy paste for my concept drawing. Like, this isn't like any sort of like art. This is a concept drawing. This is just the design. I don't want to fuck around with the actual drawing. I don't know how to explain it, because I have drawings. I make drawings. I draw. And I make paintings. I paint. And I have concept art. And concept art isn't the same as drawing, because the point isn't to make it look good and interesting. The point is to show the design and make the design itself look good and interesting, and also, like, you know, add shading so it's pretty and you get an idea of how the light bounces off the character, which is very important for Transformers. It's not as important for organic characters, but it's very important for Transformers to convey the sort of the flats. For example, if I did sort of a protruding bit here and made this flat, it would be better not to draw it with line arts, but to instead imply it with some light here and some shadow here, like this, to show that this part is flat and this part protrudes. Also, pro tip, ignore actual physics of light when shading, especially for like Transformers, because light is weird anyway, and it's not worth it to figure it out. Just as long as it makes sense with the shapes, it's fine. It doesn't have to make sense with the light source, it just has to make sense with what it's actually highlighting. Anyway, yeah. Sorry. I don't know if anyone would be inclined to take advice from me, considering that I don't appear to be a. I don't know how I appear to be actually. I like to think that I appear to be good because I think I am. I think I am good at art. I don't. That's why I said it like that. I I'm average. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with me at all with being average. Okay, there's Elec. Lech. Do I want it to be like interesting like this, or do I want it to be a uh sort of parallelepiped? How do you say parallelepiped in English? I don't know. But basically a box, a a rectangular box. Okay, I think I wanted to have some interest, and also I don't know where a part this long and wide would go. Okay, like in his old form, because I usually don't take the old form into consideration much when drawing characters, because they're like jets or whatever, and like they don't make much sense anyway. You just slap wings on them and everyone gets what you're trying to imply, but I feel like it's important for rifles specifically to be very detailed and have very clear. I don't know. It's just I feel like the detail itself is what implies the alt form when you don't see any wings or propellers or wheels or just turbines. That's what they're called. Like when you don't see any vehicle parts, I feel like the sign of a rifle former is the detail. Like a monoformer would have none of the vehicle parts, but also not that much detail. I feel like that's how you tell them apart. Yeah. Anyway, sorry, I'm being nerd right now. Am I being? I'm being a fucking nerd. I'm being a huge fucking nerd. Okay, I want you to go like this. Yep. And I erase all of this, but I will show that there's shape like this, and then I'll use that as reference for my lighting. And then we have sort of this thing going on. What else? Honestly, every part is the hard part. I I was trying to deny it, but every part is the hard part. Uh, oh, actually, we could do a cute little. Well, Voss also has it, but a cute little something something, and to avoid detailing the collarbone area, we make details that wrap around to the shoulders. And that sort of distracts you from the fact that there's not a lot of detail going on here. Okay, I am going to draw everything twice, first of all, to make it easier to line things up and also to see how it actually looks. Okay. Yeah, do I need to... Yeah, I feel like this needs more detail as well. I mean, Voss has it, but he has a bunch of teeny details where I have none, so... Also, I kind of want, like... I don't know if I can achieve it, but I kind of want to have little, like, little tube shapes here. I'm not sure what they are, but I want them there. Okay. I don't know if this would be helpful at all. because I'm leaning back right now. I'm looking at it. That's pretty detailed. I'd be like, how did you do that? If I wasn't the one who did it. I feel like the fact that I'm just bullshitting my entire way through and commenting the fact that I'm bullshitting is helpful, at least to me. Okay, so I want you to be flat. I want this to be flat. I don't like the princess sleeve look of his shoulders right now. But this doesn't make much sense for how it rotates. Or does it? Because maybe we add a hinge here, and then the arm itself. Okay, so the idea is, I'm going to try to explain how I think he would how this would be articulated. Why what is going on with my mouth today? Basically, I think this part can rotate like this, and in the other direction as well. Then this part can rotate like this, and in the other direction. And then this part can bend up or down. So yeah, basically all of the movements that you can do with your shoulder are like, they have a segment each. So this is the sort of rotational up-down movement, this is the rotational side-to-side movement, and this is the bending up-down movement. I hope that makes sense. Lifting. Yeah. So like if he wants to raise his arm not as high, then he will bend this, but not this. But he can't, for example, or he can. Okay, sorry, I'm thinking about his articulation now. So this is, and then this. So he can do this, and then he's gonna form here as well. So he can do this sort of thing. And that's sort of the same as if you were doing a bit of this, like closer to your body. And then he can do this, and he's gonna form here. I like how creepy this is actually. I like it. I like my creepy little guy. And that's sort of if you did this. And then he can raise his arm fully, that's obvious, and then he can, oh my god, he can do some freaky shit like this, for example, which you cannot do. Well, it's kind of the same, it functionally is the same as if you did this, but he can do this if he wants to. Like, it would be easy, he can rotate this part of his arm. So, like, he could do this, no problem. But he could also do this. Isn't that cool? I love robots. Okay. Sorry. Nerd talk over. Well, not. It's not over. It's not actually over. It's not going to be over until the stream is over. I just got hit with the strongest sense of deja vu I ever had. Not ever, actually. I get prophetic dreams sometimes, but like this was some next level prophetic dream deja vu, because I dreamt this. I dreamt saying that the nerd talk won't be over until the stream is over while drawing an arm. Holy shit. Okay, anyway. Sorry, it's just been a while since that happened. Now I need to figure out his elbow. I can probably just copy. I can probably just copy Voss and call it a day. Actually, I don't want to think about it too hard. I think I spent all my brain juice on figuring out this shit for and making up this monstrosity. Also, I think I want the forum to be much narrower than this part currently is. Okay, let me. He's kind of got like a four-shoulder. You know what I mean? Like, this is the shoulder. This is the shoulder joint. This is the shoulder together. And this is the foreshoulder that comes after the forearm. I feel like that's what it is. I feel like that's what's happening. Or is it his elbow and then his elbows and elbow joints aren't the same thing? Because on a human, the elbow and the elbow joint obviously are the same thing, but I'm just trying to read my body as if you can see me, sorry. I need to stop getting distracted. I think I'm subconsciously trying to avoid this. Oh, actually, yeah, I can take away some of the articulation in the elbow because he can rotate this part. This part. Ah! Okay, that's two. Again, take a shot, everybody. I should have gotten wine out of the fridge, actually. No, I shouldn't have. I'm going to lose my motor control if I drink. I just love drinking. I'm just looking for an excuse to drink. Okay, so this is the front, and if you rotate it, it will be just like this. Should I? Yeah, I should do the front facing probably. That's probably the position he would have it resting in. I want to have him have a little brace though, I think. Like, also, can you imagine being a literal war machine? Like, especially in the functionalism, in the peak of the functionalism era. You're literally made for war. Also, this slanting, it should not be slanting. Okay, I'll need to flip the canvas in a second, but right now I want to take you and bend you the other way. Okay, now no, actually I should do this because you're going to go halfway across my screen if I don't. It's actually not as bad as I thought, especially considering again that I'm going to be copying half. Okay. Hold on. Just like this. Yeah, like that. And then we flip you. Okay. Again, I'm probably going to be copying the face shape. I am going to be drawing the face without mirroring it. I don't like mirroring the face. I will sometimes mirror the eyes, but, you know. Some asymmetry is natural to faces, and if a face doesn't have any asymmetry, it starts to look unnatural and uncanny. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm just thinking. I should probably move on from this part back to this, I think. And you're going to have a little section here that is going to be, I don't know what you are. I don't know what this section is. Don't think about it too hard. Just don't think about it too hard. That's, you know, The entire universe of Transformers doesn't make sense if you think out it's too hard, so just don't. Okay. And then I want the same sort of knee joint, I think. I don't have to make him like lanky and stick like a Voss, but I like that part of Voss actually. It makes him look distinct. Okay, and if I get a copyright strike on my VODs channel on YouTube, then we'll all know that the creator of the playlist is wrong. The worst thing you can be on the internet. Wrong. Okay, hold on. You're going to be asymmetrical. It would make sense for the knee to be asymmetrical if you don't want it to be bending like weirdly. Yeah, this is the rotational joint, by the way. I should probably give him a bending joint as well, so I need to move this part of the leg down actually. No, not Control C, sorry. Oh lord. My keys are sticking. Haha, sticking. That's a pun, because I spelled Galil on my keyboard yesterday. Okay. So we want a bending joint. Oh. Actually, no. Actually, maybe we do it upwards. So he can only bend his thigh like this if his orientation is straight on, but also, you know, not really only, there's a little bit of wiggle room he has, but that's the same for most people who aren't me and don't have a joint disorder. Okay. Oh, hey, I didn't know that this album was copyright free actually. If it is, then that's really cool. I also think I wanna make this even quieter. Okay, oh, let me use a screenshot to my memorial. I'm very proud of myself. Also, anyway, don't mind me, don't mind me. Okay, there we go. Sorry, I got confused by Discord once again. Okay. Now I can keep struggling. Now I can keep struggling. And hopefully he has time in this hour to look at it. Okay. Alright, yeah. Yeah, okay, sorry. I'm just thinking about what I'm doing here. I'm just thinking. Also, I want the rest to be inlaid in here. Actually, maybe more so it can have a both rotational and a bending joints that is protected. So we actually widen this part, sorry. Okay. I'm trying not to do too much of because you know that's like half of digital drawing, you just draw a line and then Control Z, Control Z, Control Z, like for an hour. Okay, and the hand is coming out of here. We have the fragile joints of the fingers. I'm not going to detail because, not right now at least, because I hate detailing fingers. I hate detailing mechanical fingers. Why do I always make voices? Okay, yeah. I don't think he's going to have any like armor looking things on the wrist. I think this hand, his hand's protection is retracting them into there. That's how he protects them. Okay. Sorry, I said I want to detail fingers and I proceed to attempt to detail fingers. His hand is, but also it can rotate. He can rotate his hand independently from his shoulder though. Oh, okay, his anatomy is fucking me up a little bit. Okay, I'm just going to good old demo classic if I can even do that. Oh my god. Yep. That's the thumb. Yep. Lovely. Ignore that forever. Not forever, until I have to do the line art and then I have no choice but to detail this, but until then ignore it. Should this actually just be the up-down joint? Should it just look like this? Because I kind of think that it should just look like this. I do like it like this, so I think I'm just gonna leave it for now and then come back later to see how I feel about it in about 20 minutes. I don't think I like the dome top here. Yeah, I think I want him to be boxier. Oh god, I'm going to have to get to the helm at some point. Okay. Damn, the leg though. Sorry, the leg is actually so nice. I'm really happy with the leg actually. Also, I want to extend you, I think. Hold on. Here. Okay. Yep. Yeah, that's just more proportionate. Oh Lord. There is a lot of pausing in this stream. Ooh. I don't think I'm finishing this stream. Maybe I'll finish it off stream, but I don't know if I want to finish it off stream, you know? Okay. Like, I think I want to have the recording of the entire process, and then maybe I can like do a speed paint or something. Maybe I can even like make a list of all the advice for drawing transformers that I gave, and then like actually share it in a comprehensible manner in that speed paint. I don't know. I'm not very into video editing, but I could get into it. I think I want some tubes in here. I'm not sure how it's going to happen. No, you end here. And you end here. Not necessarily end, but these are... This is pure bullshit, by the way. This is pure, unraffinated bullshit. Also, I refuse to use the line tool for transformers specifically because I feel like my style is kind of bland enough already, so giving it some interest by having some kind of bonky lines is fun, I think. Okay, yep. And then I want a different tube, like actually maybe like sort of a spool, maybe? Like part of a, like this is a wire that's on a spool and it's partially out. I could come up with some interesting shit that makes him have even less bodily autonomy, because he has a strap. The sole purpose of the strap, it's on his back from here to here-ish, and it's retractable, so it's like a seat belt. It's always out, but you can stretch it out further, and then when you let go of it, it goes back in. It goes flat again. But basically, the entire purpose of this strap is for other people to pick him up by it. And it's sort of like this. And here's the strap. Anyone who's taller than him and he's very small can sort of just pick him up and carry him around. They can sling him over their shoulder like a messenger bag and be under my way. Like, basically, this character's theme is lacking bodily autonomy. Autonomy. Sorry, he's lacking bodily autonomy. So, I think I might make him a Decepticon, at least in the beginning of the war. I'm also like probably going to be role-playing as Sam on the roleplay server, and yeah, I feel like I might have him join the Decepticons because, again, his whole thing is not having autonomy, and I feel like he'd want that. He'd want to have some, and the early Decepticon movement was just to, you know, have freedom and stuff. Sorry, I probably sounded very somber there, but I just was locking in for a second and then I locked right back out. I was locked in and now I no longer am again. Should I have like some bullshit lines here? I feel like I should, like, no, I feel like I want like this, and then sort of this. No, I don't know. I'm not sure. Oh man. There's a lot of stuff by Violet Boy here actually. Sorry, I'm thinking very hard. I need to be talking more, I think. Or maybe I shouldn't. Maybe nobody wants to hear me out. I don't know, if they don't want to hear me out, then why would they be watching this? Okay. Sorry, I'm just like. Mm, I feel like this is the move. Yeah, like this, a little slanted. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, this is nice. They could also be just storage tanks, like on the arm, the ones on the air specifically could be some sort of liquid that he dispenses. I'm not too sure yet. Uh, uh, Alright. I get distracted by doing the details and then not actually drawing the rest of the limbs. Okay, I might have to make him smaller again. Let's just see how much space I have on the canvas. I shouldn't, but I might have to. Sorry, my shoulder is starting to ache. Alright, that's my natural clock, whatever it's called. You know, the one they say like you have to have children because of the natural clock. That's my natural clock. You have to stop drawing because of your natural clock, aka your long, your oh my god, your lasting injury. No, that's oh my god. Okay, can I make a straight line? Thank you. Sorry, I just was like, no, that's slanted. I think he's slanted again, actually. Actually, not as much as I thought he was. There we go. Alright, now we mirror you again. Okay, I think I thought of what I maybe potentially would like to do here. I think we want a knee guard. Like, no. I honestly kind of like his open shoulder. I'm not even gonna lie. Ooh, actually, this is the sort of first edge we're seeing. I think that this might be the knee guard. No, hold on. It's like, sorry, I'm rotating a 3D object in my mind right now. I think I actually want it like more like this. Yeah. Yeah, okay, I fuck with that. Yeah. Oh god, it looks like a book. Okay. Hold on, let me clean up my mess.
Okay. Is that kind of neat? I feel like this is kind of neat. Whoop. Boom, boom, boom. Welcome to art. Okay. Maybe I wanna make this part smoother. Okay, I think I do. Actually, there shouldn't be separation here. Yeah, okay, that makes a little more sense to me at least. Okay. Okay. I'm terribly sorry for how quiet I'm being. But, oh, actually, oh. Okay, there is a lot of thinking going on. I think that this is a hard edge here, but this sort of blends into the area under here. If that makes any sense. Sorry, I'm just doing this to signal to myself what's going on here. Oh Lord. Oh, my least favorite part, the feet. I'm bad. I'm bad at drawing feet. I'm bad at drawing transformer feet. I'm bad at drawing human feet. I'm just bad at drawing feet in general. They never look right. They never look right. Okay. I might need to go this. Okay.
I'm so sorry for making you listen to the ads. Or at least you can barely hear them, hopefully. Hopefully you can barely hear them. Oh god, that's 3. Take a shot. That's 4. Take 2 shots, everybody. Okay. Actually, I don't know. I didn't look what I have my desktop audio at, so I don't even know if you can actually hear my my tablet disconnecting and connecting again, but just take my word for it. Take a shot. Okay. Friends are over here. Not food, sorry. Fucking Shen. Whatever. I'm getting tired. I mean, I was tired before I started streaming. I then sort of kind of woke up before streaming. Before starting stream. Should I put up the feet to work on the face? Because the common foot shape isn't going to work here. I want to try and replicate sort of something similar. I could just replicate Voss's feet, but that... I don't know. Oh yeah, also another thing with his bodily autonomy. It's that his articulation is really weird. And that's definitely part of him not having autonomy. Also, you need to be on like a rotational guy. I think I could get away with saying that it's sort of concealed in there. Okay. And then this part is like spherical, but this is mostly flat to further imply a joint here. Okay, yep. What else? What else? How do I do think maybe it's just a simple foot, kind of like this. Sorry, kind of like this would be nice, but I'm not sure how to depict that. Okay. Do I do it like that? I think I do. And there. Our joint. Okay, hold on, let me just sort of gesture it in. And then look how I'm doing and fix it as I go. Sorry, I'm just... Again, I'm locked in. song for one of them games I have never played but see everywhere all the time. Don't remember the name of it. Don't. Oh my god, that's so bad. I'm sorry, that's so bad. Should I just do the stilts? I love me a stilt foot. Like this foot. I love that. Like no, I want to try gesture and the sort of shape that a stilt foot has. So like this was like this is the sideways view, and it's sort of like this. I love that sort of foot. I don't know if he would have that. He might actually. He might genuinely actually. Okay. So, do we perhaps do a bit of this? Ooh. Hold. This kind of looks like an Imperator foot, but also that kind of fits his theme. Like, not that he was an Imperator, but that he looks like he might have been. Okay. What if I actually just gave him stilts? What if that's literally it? Okay, that's my moral. Let's try to gesture in some of the head while I wait. Although he might not respond within the hour, even though he shows up as online. Sorry, just thinking. I've noticed that my Transformers OCs especially tend to have a theme of lacking bodily autonomy in some way or form. Okay, hold on. I don't know how I feel about anything, to be honest. So much persons don't know how I feel about this. I think I kind of like it, but that's the sort of thing I always do every time I design Transformers. So I don't know. Sorry, I'm going to zoom in for a second. Okay, I want this sort of thing going on each side of here. I want this, no, I want this sort of thing going on, and then I always do this also, like this specific sort of thing. I like it. The problem is that I like it. Is it wrong to like a very specific design element for your Transformer OCs? Okay. I don't know if you can even hear me. I am being so quiet right now. That's mostly because of the AC. My throat is getting a little sore because of it, a little faster than usual even. I hate the AC, but I have no choice, otherwise I'd be wailing. It's like, take your pick today. Do you want to have a sore throat and a runny nose, or do you want to boil? Okay. 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 Sorry, I'm just like, I say okay a lot, but that's sort of how I buffer. Because sometimes you need to buffer. What do you have on? Oh, right. He has those sort of things as well. I don't know. Actually, the tried and true face vents. Everyone loves a face vent. If you don't know how to frame your OC's face vents. Face vents all the way. Like, if you want more detail, don't know what to add more vents. Genuinely, just add more vents to their face, to their head, also their body, their shoulders, arms. You could put a vent anywhere. Anywhere. What is it with my accent today? Oh my god. It's so bad. I'm so sorry. Okay. Okay. This. Sorry, I'm just kind of commentating. It's not very entertaining commentary, it's just me trying to remind my brain that I'm doing something. Otherwise, I start dissociating and then I stop talking and then it turns to a silent stream. No. No, do I? What? Okay. Hold. Everyone hold. I am doing a thing. I also just opened something. I did not mean to open anything, but I just opened something. Let me just... Moved up and in, then my fuse. Okay, the thing that I opened just opened. Okay, now I clean you up sort of a little bit. Why are you so big all of a sudden? Oh, that's because I shrunk the face twice. Okay. I can just do sort of a little bit of this action, a little bit of this action even. Oh, no, I want the bridge, I think. And then I can just copy this part and paste it. Okay, now let me close it. I closed it. We're good. Okay, and they're good to use some marks. So where to line up? Okay. Change. I need to change my Krita language. My Krita language. Okay. Alright. Alright. Okay. Alright. I feel like the head is a little big. Yeah, I think it's a bit big, but I think I'll finish detailing it before shrinking it. Also, I think I might just use this half of the sketch as the liner because it's pretty clean. I can just clean it up. It's sometimes easier for me to draw a liner than to clean up the sketch, but I feel like this one's it's really nice, is the thing. I really like it, actually. Okay, my Muriel still hasn't replied. Or am I done for the day? Because I think I might be, because it's getting like, sorry, I just talking with the AC on doesn't help the fact that it's drying my throat out. If anything, it just makes it dry out faster. I love big stupid, like, yeah. Look at him, he's so beige. He's a beige. Beige means bug. Beige. It's spelled B-U-G-E. Beige. Oh wait, that's sort of sounds like I'm saying beige. Sorry. He is also beige. He's very short. Okay. Yep. Bug boy. Bug boy. I don't think I like this. I don't like this sort of action around. Okay. Okay, I think maybe helm sort of bits here. It's just gonna be quick and dirty. Oh my god. Fucking bots. Okay, this is sort of the helm bits. Okay. Okay. Sorry, I'm just.
Zoning out again. So, I think this is cuter at the very least. My head is starting to spin. I'm not entirely sure why. I don't like it. I do not like it. Yeah, that's better. That's better. Not sure what else to add. I feel like something's missing from this area up here. Yep. Oh god, I'm going to need to try and fill in the eyes. Oh, okay, the head is both too big and too narrow. Good to know. So I should shrink it down like this. Okay, I think we are at our final size, so let me our final proportion, sorry. So let me size them up. Ooh, I'm not looking forward to when I have to do the other side of him. By which I mean the back of him. Okay. Should they just be carved by the vents a little bit? Is that the play? Yeah. Hi, Ray Blaze. That's how his markings go. Or less like this. And more like this. And oh, right. Sorry. You're like inwards. This is kind of cute, huh? Yeah, that's kind of cute. He's kind of cute. I'm getting really tired. I'm getting really tired. Let me just... Okay, yeah. Let's do all this. This is the visor. This is markings under the visor if I aimed at it right. Okay, there we go. Then, yeah, this is the faceplate. I wanted it to be like bronze, but I was picking the color in my phone, so and the maker didn't have bronze, so I had to like
make it myself, but I was on my phone and I'm not very good at mixing colors on my phone. Okay. You are important because this is this color. And also I need to mix you two together. To get the color in the visor. Okay, now I think the visor is more purple. It's more purple than the other purples he has. Sorry, I'm just, color mixing. Yeah, okay, that's it. That's it. Oh, that's the marking color, actually. That's the marking color, so you presumably would be like this or something. Actually, I can just mix it. What am I doing? I'm sorry, my brain is getting fried. In case you couldn't tell. Okay. I wasn't that far off. I was not that far off at all in my independent picking. I think I want you to be rather. Just so it stands out more. Oh, that actually stands out less. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I guess that's the color we're going with. I'm not doing a good job right now, but I'm not trying to. I'm just trying to see what it looks like. Okay, you're the eye color. And I'll add the orange glow to it later. His eyes are, orange, but the visor is purple, so they look pink under the visor. Or should I also do visor then unvisored version? I have so much to do with this guy. Should I make the legs bigger? I don't know. He's very top heavy. And that's what it is. He's very top heavy, but that's okay. That's okay. I kind of like it now that I understand what I'm seeing. Like, he's disproportionate, but I like it now that I know what weight he's disproportionate in. And my throat is fucked. So I think that's it for today. Because I really can't keep talking because the cold fucking air is blowing in my fucking face and my throat hurts. Have a good day. I'll see you. Hopefully. If I don't die before that. What else? I don't know if I'll finish this on stream. I might just finish this off stream on my own time. I'll see how I feel about it. Have a good day.